I'm going to show you how to make these peanut caramel gluten-free chocolate bars. I have a perfect almond base, a beautiful peanut caramel in the middle, and a thin layer of chocolate on top. They are incredibly easy to make, ready in no time, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make them. Let's go. So the first thing you need to do is put 200 grams of ground almonds in a bowl. Then add 40 grams of coconut oil and 50 grams of liquid honey. Now give this all a good mix, and this is going to form the shortbread crust. Once this is all mixed, grab an oven-proof dish, line it with non-stick baking paper, and pour the shortbread mix into the dish and press it down to have an even layer, just like this. I like to use my fingers. It's a lot easier. Very satisfying, if you ask me. It feels like my hands are on a warm sandy beach, and I imagine I'm having a vacation in a warm country. Okay, once it's evenly spread, pop this into your oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. So here's what it looks like after 15 minutes. As you can see, it's nice and brown. Now what you need to do is put it somewhere cold so that it cools down completely before you add the next layer. So if it's cold outside, put it on the balcony. If it's not, just leave it out until it's cooled down enough that you can pop it in the fridge so it gets completely cold. Okay, so when the base has cooled down, you need to prepare the peanut caramel. So take a small saucepan and put 120 grams of peanut butter. Now, I like crunchy peanut butter. I find it adds a delicious crunch to these bars, but you can, of course, use smooth peanut butter if you prefer them to be smooth. So 120 grams of peanut butter, add 40 grams of coconut oil and 50 grams of liquid honey. Again, if you prefer maple syrup, that's absolutely fine, or agave syrup, anything really that will make this naturally sweet. And now all you need to do is heat this up gently. Now be careful, you do not want this to burn, so just heat it up. Make sure you stir it continuously and very gently bring it to the boil. And by the way, just a quick reminder that coconut oil does solidify if the temperature is cold enough. So if your coconut oil didn't look like mine, you just need to pop it in the microwave for like a few seconds and it will liquidize very quickly. Okay, now as you can see, all this is melted. It's nice and homogeneous. I'm going to put the heat up a tiny bit just to bring it to the boil. And as soon as it starts boiling, I'm going to turn it down, give it a few seconds, like half a minute, just so it kind of forms a bit of a caramel. Just really be careful that it's not too hot, otherwise it will burn, okay? So you need to let it boil a tiny bit, but it must not burn. And then you can take it off the heat. Grab your shortbread base, and simply pour your caramel onto it. Just like this. Because it's hot, it will simply be spread naturally everywhere. And now you need to put that again in a cool place. It needs to cool down completely. This is really important before you add the chocolate. So put it outside, put it in the fridge. Make sure that it cools down completely before you move on to the next step. Okay, so now the last thing you need to do is make the layer of chocolate. And for this, simply take a small saucepan and put 100 grams of dark cooking chocolate. Mine has about 46% of cocoa content. I find that this is just perfect, not too sweet, but not too bitter. So just put this in the saucepan, add a tablespoon of coconut oil and 2 tablespoons of water. And then just like with the caramel, turn it on medium heat and just slowly melt the chocolate and blend the oil and the water with the chocolate all together. Be careful not to put it too hot too fast because we don't want the chocolate to sort of burn and get all solid. So just to be clear, this must just melt, it must not boil. So just stir it constantly. As you can see, it's melting, it's blending all together. It's beautiful and shiny. And when it's all melted, we get to just pour it onto our shortbread and caramel layer. There you go. This is perfect. So turn the cooker off. Now grab the dish with the shortbread layer and the caramel on top and simply pour the chocolate on top, just like this. And then just make sure that you spread it very delicately so that your caramel is completely covered with a nice layer of chocolate. And there you go, look at this. Now, the last step, this is optional, it's only if you like it. I like to add just a little bit of salt. I find that it gives a really nice sort of salty, sweet flavor that's just gorgeous. So if you don't like the taste of salted chocolate, obviously don't add this, but I think it just gives it this magic little taste that I really love. You could, of course, also sprinkle some little pistachio bits or ground almonds or something like that, or you could just leave it like that. Now, when you've done that, put it in the fridge and let it cool down completely before you cut it. Again, it needs to be quite solid, so give it a couple of hours in the fridge so it's really nice and cold. Okay, so when it's really cold, look at this, it's going to look really solid. Take it out of the fridge and lift this out of your glass dish and put it onto a wooden board, just like this. Then gently pull the non-stick baking paper down, grab a really good knife and cut some nice slices. It is actually quite filling, so I like to cut it in fairly small slices. You don't need a huge piece to be filled up and satisfied. Once I've cut the slices like this, I just turn it around and I'm going to come and cut them all in two, just like this. There you go. And then grab your nicest, prettiest dish and lay them out on here. Look at this. How beautiful are they, right? Lovely layer of chocolate on top, lovely crunchy peanut caramel in the middle, and beautiful almond base at the bottom. And now, as usual, it's tasting time. This is just so delicious that I've actually taken it into my living room. I'm at my dining room table. I've put this on an absolutely beautiful plate and I'm going to taste it. Let's go. Honestly, I hope you will love it as much as I do. It's got this smooth almond base. It's got perfect crunch in the middle and another smooth layer of chocolate on the top. And with the added salt, for me, this is just absolutely perfect. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And if you enjoyed this recipe, I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy this one next. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.